Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, preparing for fleet carriers, cargo missions, Sothis and Sothis. It was announced on March the 26th that the fleet carriers were on schedule for June, that they would be $5 billion to get started in them, or 5 billion credits, and upgrades and upkeep is extra upkeep. And what we understand by that is if you leave the game and you're gone for a week and you come back, you have a big bill because of your fleet carrier running 24 hours a day for a week. So we need some clarification on that. Beta testing starts on April the 2nd, and I'm going to try to bring you the first look unboxing, where you get to see the beginnings of the fleet carriers. It's going to use a fuel called tritium. It's probably going to be mined through asteroid mining. So we have a lot of questions, but they've given us a little bit of information. Little information can be dangerous, of course. Is this right? Is this left? And we're running cargo missions, and every 50 million I bring you the video. We're fixing to hit the 7.15. We just need 13 million, and we can probably do that. So we're coming over to Sothis mining to pick up 13 million of cargo missions that we have stored, and we will deliver those into Sothis and hit that 7.15. and bring it to you. So if you would, look down to the bottom of the video to the right and select that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me with YouTube, or will in the future, because we're far from the required number of subscribers. So we need subscribers, and it doesn't cost you anything, but it really helps me. Is this left?
Docking request granted.
Underneath the video in the description, if you'll show more or show all and go to the end of that description, you'll see information about donations. Please consider donating, because it's so expensive to produce these videos and hardware and software, and 480 plus videos, publishing of them, and storing the videos and having enough storage. It takes about 3 terabytes of storage just for 3 months worth of videos for us to keep a backup. So, I mean, the costs are enormous, and we need your help. Underneath the video, to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel where those
Docking
400
successful. Engines disengaged.
and 80 plus videos are currently waiting for you to watch them. We need about 13, just a hair bit less than 13 million. Sys left. See, there's a 10.5, which is boom 180, palladium 58 180. Which is that one, to Nudon. That will give us the majority of it. Sys left. So we need about 3 million to Nudon. Wow, we've used up all the Nudons. That's pretty amazing. Just making sure. Is this right? Nudon. I need about 3 million though. At least 3 million. That might do it. I'd like to have it less than. Okay. Is this right? Is this right? Yeah, we have like 158. So we could do 120. And that's not great, but it would fix the, it would take care of it. Is this right? I'm about 38 now. So nothing real big, but
Incoming mission critical message. Incoming mission critical message.
There's a new dawn. We might take a partial on that.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Sis up. Sis left. Going to New Dawn. Be sure to select that subscribe button at the lower right underneath the video in the description. Please consider donating to those sources that you see there, and underneath the video to the left you'll see my YouTube channel, geofilm_RDG, where you'll see over 480 more videos for you to watch. And what I'm hoping about the fleet carriers is that the upkeep is not really that high. Maybe $1 million a day for the
Landing
upkeep.
gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Now I'd rather that $1 million be for upkeep and fuel. So hopefully the fuel cost is not going to be that high. Like a material that's really not that expensive and easily mined. See, I don't care for pirates coming and taking all of your material that you're mining. So, you know, I could take the fleet carrier and go outside the bubble and find a location to mine without pirates, and mine with the cutter that has 720 cargo units, and have the fleet carrier parked next to the rings of where we're mining, and upgrades, maybe a larger tank to hold the mining material. See, that would be pretty good. I mean, I can think of, you know, good ways that we could do it. Because if someone can afford the $5 billion for the fleet carrier, they can make a reasonable amount for fuel and upgrades and upkeep and things like that, but it needs to be reasonable. Yeah, the pirates are in somewhat of a frenzy right now, so there's no telling how many interdictions we could get. They're kind of toying with us right now. So I get closer and slow down, and then maybe I can cut into the station when they're not really expecting it. So that's what I'm kind of doing, continuing to slow down as I get closer and closer to the station. To me, the interdictions are just more of a nuisance than anything else. They're not hard. I have a good ship for it. It's just a nuisance. But I hope Frontier will listen to the commanders that purchased those fleet carriers.
Lacey, Romeo Golf, India. The Federation welcomes you, Commander.
Sis left.
We'd be happy to serve you at this port. Approved for access. Proceed to landing pad 3-5. Acknowledged, Commander. Clear for assisted docking.
But it'll be fun to play with that fleet carrier and find out about it and create videos on it and things like that. It'll be really neat. Please subscribe and you'll get notified when I create a new video regarding the fleet carriers and all the other videos that I create. I can tell the interest is high because since I've been doing this mini series on preparing for fleet carriers,
Landing gear deployed.
my views has gone up over 500%.
Docking confirmed. Securing ship. Good to have you, Commander.
So I can tell the interest is really high to learn about the fleet carriers. See, that one was 10.5 and we need a little over 2. A little over 2 million left. And that's 3.5. So 7151, so we did it. We hit our goal. And that's a partial. That'll help us one of the next times. Is this right? That's all of them. The bio-waste is to Don's inheritance, but if there is a technology, a survival, shelter, or medical, sometimes it'll go back to Sothis mining. But that bio-waste, most of that goes to Don's inheritance. So we kind of scan over it, and if it's all bio waste, then it's like, oh well. Seems to be. But we did hit our goal. I'm glad you could be with us to see that. The next one will be 7.2 billion. Says left. Make our way back to Sothis mining, where we can pick up another load. Please click that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner of the video. Helps me with YouTube and it doesn't cost you anything. And underneath the video in the description, if you'll show all or expand that, you'll see options to donate. I hope you'll consider donating.
Detach is good. Observe queuing system when exiting the station.
The cost of putting these 485 plus videos together is enormous. And I really need some help getting those put out financially. So if you'd be willing to donate to the cause, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Frameshift drive charging.
Underneath the video to the left, if you'll go to my YouTube channel page where those 485 plus videos are located.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Where there's all kinds of videos from 7 interdictions. There's 2 videos on 7 interdictions and 1 Super Cruise run, and there's a 6 interdiction. Just left. There's videos on the engineers, how to unlock them. The materials are the donation that they wish you to give them and how to get that. And there's videos on material locations like raw materials, encoded materials, and manufactured materials like Dab's Hope. You can get all 3 of those there. And Jameson Crash Site, you can get the encoded and raw materials. And the material traders, you can exchange materials that you need. And we have videos on all of that. All of my major modules are modified through the engineers, like engines and thrusters and shields and FSD drive are all modded. And I have a Guardian FSD booster that I got at the Guardian Surface site, and we have a video on that. So I have a pretty well loaded down jump range of about 45 light years. Now the fleet carrier will have a jump range of 500 light years. It's pretty amazing. And I have videos on Thargoid Surfacite where you can get meta alloys to give to Felicity Farseer, the engineer for the FSD drive. I have elite status both in trade and explorer, but my combat is a little more difficult for me. I'm currently competent at 18%, and all of that is low risk, which is skimmers, like skimmers and stingers, and there's some Guardian skimmers. It's not part of the Guardian Surface site, but they're man-made skimmers called Guardians, and I have videos of all that. and running around planets in the SRV, which is lots of fun. And we go skimmer hunting, so you should look up the videos on skimmer hunting. It's very low risk, and it will help your combat rating if you're not you don't think you're that good at combat. Well, skimmer hunting is probably what you'd like to do. Is this left?
Docking request granted.
I do appreciate you coming along, and where we got our credits up to 7.15 billion. So that will give us 2.15 after the fleet carriers take up 5 billion of it. So there's an urgency to add more credits. And you're probably feeling the urgency to get up to 5 billion so you can buy a fleet carrier. Well, if you follow what I do, it certainly can be done.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
You spend the time, you could do like over 500 million or $500 million per day. Now, because I'm producing videos, I can do about 250 million per day with even producing these videos. So we're at 7.15 billion. And I appreciate you coming along. Please hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of the page. Consider donating to the cause. That would be awesome. And watching more of my videos at GFM_RDG. So until next time, thank you for watching.